Oh, go live. Okay, there we go. Oh, microwave, hello. Thank you. Can you hear me? Just say yes, give me a thumbs up or something. Say if you can hear me or not, y'all. Let's make sure. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Say something. Yeah. Cool. It's going in here and found it. Okay, great, great. Can y'all hear me though? Says we are waiting for you. Okay. Yes, yeah, I'm live. But can you hear me? Yes, yes, great, great, great. Okay, so just so you know, so I'm going to pick up. I hope everybody else is able to join back us. There we go. Great, wonderful, wonderful. I'm so glad you're back. So we have the 5, and then we have the Sun card, and then we have, where to go? We have Capricorn, right? So we'll see, Afro-Human, you're here. Thank you, Pamela Strutman, Just a Mom, Ina Bug, Donna Jones, great, Fabiola. Where is Texas Patriot? Girl, you wanted me to start, now you better show up. Okay, so let's, I think we might have lost Texas Patriot. I hope not. But okay, I'm just going to keep the cards here so that I can actually see your comments as well. And of course, I'm going to show you all. Sounds good. Okay, great. Oh, I hope we didn't lose Texas Patriot. All right, I'm sure she'll join us. Y'all rock, man, you guys. Y'all are just so awesome to be so kind of, you know, enthusiastic and willing to listen to my voice for so long. Oh my goodness. So thank you, all of you, every one of you. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, let's do this. I was thinking the other day, I was like wanting to go cut my hair because I was seeing a couple of pictures. I haven't cut my hair for the past year, and I had like slightly longer pixie cut, like with the thingamajiggy, and now I was like, maybe I should go cut it back. But anyway, so Scout Inquirer, greetings and love from New York. Oh, hello, hello. Yes, Sherilyn, we are back. We're back. Afro-Human, I've been following all of this case. Thank you. All right, so let me show you what I got. This was in the, okay, here. This is in the reverse. Okay? Okay. I got the number 5, I got the Sun, and I got the Capricorn. We'll figure out how that plays, right? Does she have a doggy? Maybe he had to go out. My dog got animated the last 2 times during your live. Really? No, because, excuse me. Like I said, I'm not back home, and I'm out of the country. So my puppy dog, Bernie, who I greatly miss, he is home. I miss him. I should show you some pictures. I hope I can, but only one. Wait, let me see. Yeah, because I told my boyfriend, and every time I call him asking about him, and he's like, do you ask about me? I said, I don't have to. I'm talking to you. I know you're doing well. I mean, he knows. That was the one condition I had. Okay, I got to tell you a little bit of a story here. So when Mark and I first met, we spoke on the phone and all that stuff, and then, you know, I used to go to a particular, actually I should back up. How I met him was actually at a public park because I was watching my dogs. So some guy, right, I could see from the corner. I went and parked my car, and then there was a little sedan. I have an SUV, and I let my puppies out, and of course, one is a Mastiff, he's 200 pounds, and the other is a Saint Bernard, and Saint Bernards are no lightweights. Excuse me. So open the door, they're very well behaved, never had a problem dog, knock on wood, never have. And all my dogs are giant dogs because I rescue giant dogs. So I'm like, wait, put on their leash, and they got down one at a time. And Tigger, being a little older, at that time he was 11 years old, he was, the older you get, like whatever. So, and I didn't see this car over here because I'm in my own world, and I heard somebody say, those are some big horses you have there. And I turned, who's up, Patricia Anderson. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you so very much for your generosity. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So I heard somebody say that those are some big horses you have there, and I turned and I looked and I said something to the effect of, yes, I know, or something smart-assy like that, right? And I just went on. And so this guy, we were walking, and I never knew who this fellow is, never got out of his car, yada yada. I was walking, whatever. And somehow conversation picked up because I used to go there often enough, and we ended up speaking or exchanged numbers, speaking on the phone, and he had never really met my dogs per se, like actually met them physically because he was in his vehicle, whatever. So finally when we decided to meet, I said, I'm not going to drive all the way, I'm going to another park, you can come and meet me there. And I said, I made one thing very clear, I said, I have 2 big dogs. He goes, yeah, I know. I said, look, if my dogs don't like you, you're done. It's like bye-bye bluebird. And he's like, wow, that's harsh. I said, no, I trust my dogs before I would trust anybody else. So if they react to you negatively, you're done. I don't care who you are or what you are or how nice you are. They don't like you, I don't like you. End of story. I'm letting you know that right now. So we met, and then I had put my doggies on a leash, and everybody in that park knew my dogs. Everybody. You're supposed to have them leashed, but these dogs are so gentle that people would be like, can we play, can we touch? Or literally when I would take them to the park, like all the kids, everybody would come and gravitate around Tigger and Bernie. And I'm very confident about my dogs, not at all aggressive, so they were all like, and the only thing is Tigger didn't like small dogs because he thought they were a pain in the behind. So he would just curl his lips, and then I would be like, just keep your little dog a little away from him. Never attack, never growl, never bark, never growl. He would just curl his lips. That was his sign of saying, nasty dog, keep him away from me. So, but everybody came and said, oh, hi, we were waiting yesterday, how come you didn't come? And I was like, maybe I was late or whatever. So, and Mark said, oh my God, looks like everybody knows you. I said, yeah, everybody knows my dogs, and by default they know me. So he was like, oh my God, they are huge. I said, well, duh, you said they're horses. He says, yeah, but I didn't realize, now I'm looking at them up close. And he says, can I pet them? I said, yeah, if you got the gonads for it, go for it. I was pulling his leg because my dogs react or act based upon the energy they get from me. If I am slightly kind of a little bit, they automatically get defensive on they defend me automatically, right? They feed off of my energy. And I was very relaxed, so Tigger and Bernie were very relaxed, and Tigger is like, subsequently Tigger was like so in love with Mark, and when I had to put Tigger down, Mark was the one who was bawling his eyes out. Bernie was always a little bit standoffish. Bernie was always mama's boy, until date he is, but now he's slowly opened up and more accommodating, and he never growled or attacked or nothing. He was just a little bit more mama's boy than daddy's boy. So now he's kind of getting past that. So then and Mark was like, oh, I'm so glad that you boys accept me. Now I can probably, meet, So that's how that happened. Why I went on to that, I don't know. But I trust my dogs, and I'll tell you another story about that. But let's move on. See, that's my problem. I get distracted. It's all your fault. You guys distract me. Yeah, Kirtana being a smart ass, no way. Texas Patriot, and I'm glad. I thought for a second I lost you there, but I'm glad you're back. Me being a smart ass, can you tell? Okay, so this guy was in the reverse. I showed you guys the cards for those who are just now joining us, right? Let's get on with this. I got to. Oh yeah, somebody was talking about their dog. Yeah, no, I don't have to let my dog out. There we go. I was supposed to show you a picture. This is. I'm going to hide that. This is by the front yard. Yeah, my little baby has to go toast himself. Anyway, so with the 9 of wands coming in the reverse. So in the traditional tarot, right, the 9 of wands is keeping and maintaining boundaries and being persistent. But since it's in the reverse, all those boundaries are gone, y'all. There's no question of boundaries. So if they thought that, you know, by keeping quiet and not talking and not doing this and not doing that, that they were somehow protecting yourself, look, your cover is blown. Remember I had said in one of the reading that that whole family, the dynamics between the father and mother is kind of disintegrating. They're going to fall apart. They are going to, they're like a house of cards. They're going to come tumbling down. And then it's going to become a game of, well, if you're going to go around saying that, I'm going to go say that, and they're basically going to snitch on each other. That's how this whole thing is going to come about, okay? And here we have with this, remember what I had said, this was the organized religion, the church, right? So the boundaries around the church, the secrecy, boundaries could be secrecy, boundaries, it could be physical, emotional, mental, whatever. So the boundaries, that the secrets that the church were keeping, right, about their involvement and how and all the nefarious activities that go on, particularly that church, that's all falling apart. They are not going to be able to maintain the boundaries, maintain the compound wall and do, you know what I mean, that sort of thing. Then you have the 5 of wands. In the traditional tarot, the 5 of wands is challenges and obstacles and all that stuff. They are definitely having obstacles and challenges. So the church is struggling with something because the church is feeling like, oh my God, our protection, the protection that the boundary wall, the compound wall is giving us in terms of keeping our nefarious activities all hidden, all that's kind of crumbling down. So now we, now we have a lot of struggles and challenges and obstacles, and we have to figure out how to go about resolving them. This is that individual from that church group. You know who I'm talking about. I'm going to say this now. Her, you know how she comes across as being, oh, that lovey-dovey type and oh, this and that. Somebody had posted a comment, I think, why are you saying all that about whatever her face's name is? I forgot what her name is. It's not Rose. Rose is the aunt that passed, but this woman from the church, you know, Summer is always wanting to be held by her and always wanting to be hugged by her and carried by her. I'm going to say one thing. Go and research what Stockholm Syndrome is. Go and research that. Okay? And then come and tell me, why you think that Summer is constantly hugging her, or Summer was not constantly hugging her or liking her because she truly liked this person. What is her name? Robin, right? Yes, Robin, that one. She, wait, too much echo, really loud echo. Ooh, okay, hang on. Let me just open this a crack. Okay, I've opened the door, but now you're going to hear traffic. But it's better than the echo, right? All right, we'll see. If it gets too loud, then let me know. Yeah, the hugger woman, yeah, that Robin psycho. So think about the Stockholm Syndrome, right? So she, with her, oh, I'm the quintessential Earth Mother, come to me. That's all a show. Okay, that's all a show. But you go and watch the video clip that they have, any video clip you watch about that has her holding Summer, carrying Summer, whatever. Forget her. First and foremost, pay attention to Summer's actions, okay? You look at Summer's actions, you see where Summer's touching her face, and you pay attention to Summer's expression, okay? It almost feels like she is questioning Robin. It almost feels like Summer is unable to figure out why Robin is doing what Robin is doing. It's almost like, oh, Summer is saying, excuse me, I don't understand why you're being like it. I can see the conflict in Summer's eyes. She doesn't know what to make of Robin. She doesn't understand why this person is showing love to her is also doing this other stuff. You'll watch and come back and post your comments, y'all. Come back and post. Pay attention to her actions, Summer's actions, and see, think about what I just said and come back and post your comments. You all will figure it out. Because it almost like it almost seems like someone is conflicted in her mind. She doesn't understand why there are two sides to Robin. One side is a loving, nice thing, and the other side is like, you're doing all these things to me type of thing. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, so this one is in a bit of a quandary. She's trying to figure out her next move. Absolutely, she's trying to figure out. Oh, that was loud. She's trying to figure out her next move. Yes, that's loud. Hang on. Goodness, did you ever find a fix here? Okay. Shoot. All right. I closed my study door and I've left this wardrobe door a little open and trying to balance it. Sorry, y'all. I was hoping for you to do another reading for summer. Here we go, impromptu. So it almost feels like there's a kind of a codependency also between Summer and Robin. Okay, look at the. Watch the body language and the dynamics, and y'all, that smirk on that woman's face, oh my goodness. How do people not see that? How do people not see that? I don't get it. And then after that you have this one, which is the star card. Now what is the star card, right? The star card is all about it's an Aquarius card. It's all about, you know, being in the spotlight. Yeah, it's also about finding balance, because if you look at the traditional, the tarot, the star card, she's holding two jugs and she's pouring it into the whatever, right? So it's equal balance, trying to find balance, having that balance. And star card also means being under the spotlight. The star card also means that unexpected things could happen, could be good, could be bad. In this case, going by the preceding cards, there's something unexpected that's cooking. The spotlight is on this girl. I wouldn't be surprised, I would not be surprised if all of a sudden the police would have, the law enforcement would have, oh my God, and taking a selfie and smiling with Texas. Y'all, I'll tell you something else about the Texas Equisa. Somebody has sent me an email and with a clip, and I watched it, and there's so many little holes in that I just kept quiet. I disagreed and I kept quiet. I didn't say anything, but I'll talk about it now. So I feel like this one is under the spotlight. I feel like the law enforcement vetted her and let her go, but now something's cropped up that she's under the spotlight now. This one is kind of because I have the Sun card and the Star card, so she's under the spotlight. I have a 5. Ooh. Is she going to be interrogated and brought in for questioning again and maybe arrested? Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll take them all. Hang on, y'all, I got a lot of cards, but I'll take them because of the questions I was asking in my head. There's a story being told. And I'll show you the cards. Oh, no wonder the Capricorn card popped up, because we have the Death card. Okay. Here, I'm going to move this back because I need some more space. And I'll of course show you guys the cards. Absolutely. I moved the position because I want to see your comments, okay guys? Just so you know. Perfect. 2, 3, 4, 5, 15 cards. It's okay. So you all saw the first set. The second set I'm going to show you. Okay. Oh, come on. I can't mix them up because then the sequence will go. Okay. Then this is, that book keeps popping up every time in Summer's reading. There is something with the book that keeps popping, whether it's a Bible or a diary, I don't know, but it always seems to pop up, always, one way or the other. At least once it shows up. Okay, so the second row of cards is the Ace of Swords, we have the Two of Cups, right? And then we have the Ten of Cups, then we have the Chariot and the Queen of Wands. So with the Ace of Swords in the traditional tarot, it's all about new ideas, new conflict, new surgery. And that, okay, we'll leave it at that. The second is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is all about partnerships and proposals. Ten of Cups, okay, with the Ten of Cups is family, contentment, total love and support. But the Ten of Cups could also mean excessive emotions or like literally breaking down of emotions. After that, we have the Chariot card, which is again, as we know, the Cancer and the Moon. It's like movement, finding balance, etc. Then we have the Queen of Wands. It's having that feisty energy and taking action. Action first, thoughts later. Then we have the Death card, need I say, ending of the situation. Knight of Chalices is again with the Knight of Chalices as the Knight of Cups. It's all about, you know, that the charming personality, that romance, that oh look at you, so much of charm and all that stuff. Then we have Temperance. And what is Temperance? Temperance is all about Temperance is ruled by Sagittarius, right? And Temperance is saying, look, we have to have balance. We have to have balance. What does temperance mean? To temper, have balance, right? Or to tone it down. Then we have the Empress card. And the Empress card is ruled by Venus. It's about luxury, abundance and all that stuff. Okay. Robin is pregnant. Okay. Then we have the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is, we all know, the cups is an emotional thing. It's a emotionally tolerant leader who has empathy. That's the traditional sense. Now let's break it down. Robin is pregnant. Pregnancy is advancing. She's definitely trying to find balance. She's trying to hide it. She has contemplated eliminating the pregnancy. Very few people know about it. There are two other people who know about pregnancy. And now me and now all of y'all. Ta-da! So much for your secrets, Robin. Okay. There's another female who she looks up to who is aware of her pregnancy. Okay. Then we have the Death card. Okay. And then the Knight. Okay. Let's break it down. So remember I had said with this 9 card, 9 of Wands, the barriers of protection of a compound wall is completely done. And under that we have the Ace of Swords, which means there's new conflict, new challenges. Okay, so because the barriers and the security, the barriers and the compound wall was able to provide, it's broken down. Now they're struggling with new challenges and new issues. And then you have the Death card, which is basically an ending of that organization. There is something coming to an end with regards to that organization. Next, we have the 9 of Pentacles. Below that, we have the 2 of Cups, and then we have the Knight of Chalices. 9 of Pentacles, I said, is that organization. This is two things. This is Robin and another prominent individual in that organization. This is also a false pretense of the two of them, Ding Dong and Ding Dang. You know who we are talking about, right? What's her face's name and what's his face's name? Dawn and Candace. False pretenses. Absolutely false. Absolutely false. And then you have the Knight of Cups. So very heightened emotions running through. It's almost like harried. It's almost like I thought you were going to help me. I thought the church was going to protect me. I thought by saying all these things and bringing the God factor in, we were going to be protected. But none of that is working out. What are we doing? What are we doing? What's going on? What's going on? So these two couples, the father and the mother, are having that conflict. And then it's Miss Robin with a senior member of the church or somebody prominent in the church. There's something going on between the two of them. I wouldn't be surprised if Robin is pregnant as well. I mean, like, seriously. Then we have the 5 of Wands, right? And what is the 5 of Wands? The 5 of Wands is rivalry, challenges and obstacles. So there is definitely some major obstacles going on over there. They are struggling with something, and the 10 of Cups is an overflowing of emotions. They are at breaking point, y'all. These two ding-dongs, they are at breaking point. Absolutely at breaking point, okay? And even Robin and the other person, they're still hanging into some vestiges of control over their emotions, but at least as far as Don and his wife, they're literally falling apart. I don't know how they're still. You know what blows my mind? How they are able to maintain their innocence. It's like I am not bought into it for even once. They know something. Either they are directly responsible for someone's disappearance and demise, or they know something and they're just shutting up and they're not like how. Anyway, then we have Temperance, right? So with all the 5, which is challenges and the overflowing of emotions, you have physical challenges and unable to control your emotions. You're trying desperately to maintain balance and you are not succeeding because you have the Chariot card, and the Chariot card is like, whoop, look at this card, look at that. You see what he's, let me hold it closer. You see that whip, right? And see the 2. So with the Chariot card and this one, and it's directly under this individual. Oh my God, that woman! Seriously. And then you have the Empress under that. So the Chariot card, either one of 2 things: either Robin's pregnancy is progressing, meaning she should show and she's either hiding it, or she was pregnant and she is pregnant and trying to eliminate it, or was pregnant and has eliminated something to do with pregnancy. She's 100%. And she's trying desperately to kind of change the situation and change the dynamics around her so that she is better able to control it. She's not in control of her situation and her environment right now, and she's struggling to maintain that control. Then we have the Star card, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Cups. So with the Star card, remember I said about wanting to keep balance. You have to maintain your balance. You are in the spotlight. You could be a star, but then remember, whenever you are the star, the spotlight's on you, and it's going to show up all your flaws and all your boo-boos even brighter, right? Because just being a star is not enough. The light is shining on you, so every single gray hair, aka case in point, because of the light and sunlight, you can see every single one of my gray hairs, right? Had to inject that, right? It's all about me, right? So she's definitely under the spotlight, and then it's all about taking action or desperately trying to find balance. Either she's like thinking like, should I just say to heck with it all and just go and do it, or go and say it, or oh God, I got to maintain my emotions. There is a great struggle going on. Why hasn't this case popped up? Why haven't they made any arrests? Law enforcement, you're sitting on your high knee and doing a bunch of nothing. Law enforcement, I'm so disappointed in you. I don't know why. They should have made arrests by now. Okay. Excuse me, y'all. And the Capricorn popping out, and the Death card popping up, and the sunlight, and the 100%, 5, because we had the 5 in this and we had the 5. There is a lot of conflict, y'all. See, my mind is running here. The rumor is she went to Hawaii and deleted her Facebook. Who went to Robin pregnant by who? Will be implicated and arrested for what? Can you tell? Okay, I will. Rumor has it she did leave to Hawaii. I assume you're talking about Robin. See, Texas Patriot, in terms of who is she pregnant by, let's find out. She's going to be implicated one way or the other, because there's some, remember in one of the readings I had said she's trying to stop, like there's a higher up over there who's like, tell me why hasn't this been shut, why hasn't this been closed, why haven't you resolved this? And she's like, wait, give me some time. Robin knows more than she's given into, and so by default she's going to be in the drag nets, if you will, right? Her last post before she deleted her Facebook said she was taking some time to be with her daughter because her daughter was having a hard time and she went to Hawaii. How old is her daughter? I didn't even know she had a daughter. How old is her daughter? And she's going to Hawaii. Must be nice. Brenda, that's the first thing I thought about when you said, I'm assuming you're saying she's pregnant by Dawn. That's the first thing I thought about, because I had said in one of my readings there's some weird relationship between the two of them. I don't know whether they're family, extended family, whether they're kind of on this. Y'all, excuse me for what I'm about to say. Clearly, I have no great beauty, okay? Let me preface that. Clearly. Take this for what it is. If you look at the physical looks of Robin and Dawn, it's like, Robin, for all this, you're fairly okay looking. What are you doing with this guy who looks not so okay looking, right? And I acknowledge I am not any great beauty. There are probably 850,000 people in the universe who probably think I look ugly as heck, and there'll be a couple of people who say, oh, she's okay, and a couple of people who say, oh, she's, I am very cognizant of the limitations of my physical attributes. I'm blessed with what I've been blessed with. I have no problem. You think I'm ugly? I don't care. I'm okay. When I look in the mirror, I'm fine. So it's like, who gives a flip, right? So that's me. That's just my attitude. Okay. Do I have body dysmorphia? I don't. Every time I look at the mirror, do I feel like I should lose 30 pounds? Heck yeah. And I have put on weight because of whatever. Anyway. So, but it's like, as far as my looks are concerned, it's like, this is how I popped out, man. It is what it is, and I'm okay with it. I'm fine, right? For me, the most important thing is I look normal, right? In the sense that I can hear, I can see, I can speak, I can smell. All that is normal, and that's enough for me. I don't need to be Miss Universe. I really don't. So who's that? Joshua Robinson. Joshua, you visited us the last time too, Joshua. So wonderful to see you. Joshua Robinson, thank you for your contributions. I greatly appreciate you. I greatly appreciate all your contributions. So anyhow, what was I saying? Thank you, Joshua. So like I said, like, Robin, what are you doing with this guy? And Dawn is like, yeah, in the looks department greatly lacking. So I don't know what the connection is there. But who knows what attracts people to what, right? Who knows? But I thought Dawn and Robin were related. There's some Brenda, you're gorgeous. Brenda, you are so sweet. Penny says you are beautiful inside and out. You guys are so generous with your compliments. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, Scout Inquiry says you get it. Dawn is definitely not Don Juan. Don Juan, yeah. Robin is strange, but I thought Dawn and Robin were related. Dawn likes family relationships. Who is the person around someone who saw in a previous reading that would die? Honey, I don't know. Beverly, I don't know. But to answer Texas Patriot, wait, let me go back. Beverly, I don't know. Texas Patriot, you asked. Robin pregnant by whom, and will she be implicated? Who is Robin going to be? Who is Robin pregnant by? Who is Robin pregnant by? A Gemini. Do we have their birth dates? I'm sure somebody sent me their birth dates. A Gemini. That's answering your question, Texas Patriot. This is who she is. She is pregnant by. So I don't know who is a Gemini. Or maybe she found out in the month or season of Gemini that she's pregnant. So it could be one or the other. Will she be implicated and arrested? Let's ask. She's going to be implicated one way or the other, like I said, but arrested, I don't know. You know how everybody is cutting deals with everybody. Oh my God, y'all. Okay, so I got this on the news feed that, okay. Look, it's all your fault. You get me going off on 101 different tangents. I wanted to share with y'all. I'm sure y'all know it because y'all are so savvy as far as information on the interweb. I kind of lag behind a little bit. What's his face's name? Barry Morphew. I just saw yesterday or day before on the newsfeed that he apparently at some time had asked the police or law enforcement or some detective, if I tell you everything, will I get immunity? How freaking dare he? You know what? Just by that remark alone, they should have arrested this sorry behind right then and there, because if you're not guilty, you wouldn't be worried about immunity. Why would you worry about immunity? I didn't do anything. I don't give a flip. I'm go prove it, man. You know, that would be your attitude, right? Can you imagine him asking that question? Like, I'll tell you, I'll talk, but can I get immunity? Like, what in God? I'm not saying anything. Okay, will Robin get implicated? Is it going to rain again? Will Robin get implicated? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh my goodness. Yes. She will get implicated one way or the other. Oh, Robin. Well, you did it to yourself, honey bunches of oats. You did it to yourself. So who's to blame but your sorry self? So what is that? You sleep in the bed you sew, or whatever, something to that effect. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so here's the thing. This queen popped out in the first time I did it. Then I'm seeing, yeah, she's to do. Look at this, guys. We all know by now, right? When we get these cards, look. Just look. I'm sorry. I'm not holding it high enough. Look. 2 2s, 2 8s, 2 4s, 2 3s. So 20, 28, 28, 29, 30, 31, 34, that's 7. And 7 is usually that point when you are either in a self-defensive position, there's betrayal and dishonesty, there is success, and too many issues going on. So 7 is the point where it's either going to go or go up like that. So definitely she's a big doo-doo, big doo-doo. And then we have a 7 pop up too. So yes, she is going to be implicated one way or the other. Something about her. How old is Robin's daughter, by the way, y'all? Does anybody know? Because I don't think Robin is any more than 35 max, right? At least. Guilt, y'all. That's what see, normal people, right? Or any of you, me, if I have nothing to hide, why the heck should I pack my bags and go to Hawaii? Like, why? I wouldn't even be stressed about this BS because I have nothing to do with it. I'm not going to be worried and stressed and all that. Unless, of course, 2 years ago I had booked a cruise and the time's up, and coincidentally it's now. I'm not going to lose my $3,000, $4,000 on the cruise or on a vacations to Hawaii. Is not cheap one way or the other. Absolutely not cheap, right? And this is summer, so dang, she must be having some good money to do that. But then again, what's the guarantee that she's actually gone to Hawaii? Do we have proof? Airline tickets? Do we have camera proof that she's actually got on the aircraft, was in the aircraft, got down in Hawaii? We don't have none of that. Just because she says she's going to Hawaii, there's no guarantee she's going to Hawaii. She might have just logged out of Facebook and sitting at home and hiding, or going and camping in somebody's house. You never know, right? How do you know? Where's the proof? So, anyhow, I'm going to leave it at that. 13, yeah, synchronicities. You saw me shuffle, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, wait, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, yeah, when do I have 2s? We have this guy, we have this guy, we have this guy, oh, fancy, we have this guy. Hang on, y'all. I feel like I'm playing a game of poker right now. Look at all this, y'all. Look at all this. Out of 13 cards, 11 cards are sequential. Can you all see? The only things that are not falling into the sequence is these two. Let's count. So 10, 20, 30, 38, 42, 45, 46, 47, 48. So 8 plus 4 is 12, correct? 48. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2 plus 1 is 3. And what is 3? So 3 is loss and depression, teamwork and collaboration, having that circle of support and expansion and travel. So maybe she's gone into hiding. That's a possibility. Will she be whatchamacallit? I wouldn't be surprised to answer Texas Patriots question. But see, 3 again, like 7, 3, 5 and 7, they are numbers where the houses which are pretty crucial. So things can either take a turn for the worst or for the better. And 3 aces is a powerful yes. So is there any way you can ask if Chase, a man helping hand out flyers, etc. is that I don't get a good vibe from this person. I don't know, but just hearing the name Chase, I can ask. Won't stop, can't start looking for you somewhere else. You know what? Can you imagine so many cases? But this little child, it's 3 hearts from they were involved. Yeah. Okay. What was the question? I thought Robin's husband owns a church in another country. Does he? Wow, you own a church. Well, they have a lot of money then, because we all know how that works. Segueing into the live stream about religion. Oh, don't even get me started. Organized religion. See, I have to say, you know, that comment of hers, we're going to make a snack back because it's going to be a long night or whatever. Let's also look at things from a unbiased position. You know, some people, the way they talk is very cryptic and very short, and we automatically jump to the conclusion that you're a rude hole in the behind, or what an arrogant fellow. And some people are very quiet and even keel tone, and we are like, oh, this person must be like a sad sack. Sad sack used to be a comic character, and sad sack was always, oh, so sad, like that kind of a thing, energy, right? And we'll think, oh, they're losers. Yeah, I think that was sad sack. And then, you know, we'll say all these feisty people is like, oh, this, that, and the other. So people react different ways. People present themselves different ways. Not every single one of us, me, you, all of us, when we go out and project what we project, we may not necessarily be feeling the exact same emotion. Like, let's say we have a meeting, right, and we put on a brave face and go there, even though we have had just experienced or heard something traumatic. We still put on a brave front and go there. So sometimes people react, they put on different personas, you know, because that's a defense mechanism. I get that. But in her case, the way she said it, what did you think? She made it sound like it was a picnic, that we're all going to go backpacking out in the woods and camping. I mean, like, that smirk on her face, y'all. But who knows why she's hiding her pregnancy? It looks like she's pregnant. Well, I didn't know Candace was pregnant, but maybe she's hiding her pregnancy because it's not with her significant other. Who knows? I live 30 minutes from Beach Creek, and trust me, all of the churches there are known for weird, crazy things. Several people I spoke to never go into detail, but they all say 90% sure church is involved. There is no smoke without fire. Let's make that clear. There can never be smoke without fire. How can you make smoke and not fire? So, that's all I'm saying. No, don't believe that they was only there because Candace called them about a missing. Candace was trying to get a hold of Robin but couldn't. Then Candace called David and he got a hold of Robin. I don't have good feelings about Robin. The guy that goes singing sign language. Yeah, is that the Chase fellow? Yeah, let's ask about that Chase fellow. No, I'm going to use these guys. Let me ask about that Chase guy. Some rings breed females to be, yeah, yes, Afro-human, yes, as harsh and as so way out to the left it sounds. And what are you talking about? We are in 2021. How can that be? That stuff still happens. So maybe she's afraid of having a baby and ending up in jail. I have nothing nice to say about Robin, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Wait, is that Chase guy the fellow who goes around singing and doing all that stuff? Somebody confirm the name before I ask the question. Page more. Rap girl has picture of Robin trying to convince Summer to like Dotson. Summer didn't like Dotson. I have no idea who Dotson is, but okay. Hi everyone. Late getting here. Brenda, welcome. You made it. Who is pregnant, Robin or Candace? I think I answered that question. Candace, yeah, but Candace could be a breeder. Yeah, possible. Wonder if Chase is on the case from Paw Patrol was a Freudian slip. Okay, so I'm going to, this is for entertainment purposes only. Yes, thank you. Social services will take it. At Cindy, can't say Robin is. That's what I'm saying. David Dodson. No, David Dodson. Okay. So I'm going to answer one quick question before I pull for David Dodson. Somebody had sent me an email link about Equisearch or something, where they were going about picking up evidence, don't know when, okay, I have to go rewatch that clip if I still have it, that link, evidence of, I don't know if it was timestamped, evidence of people picking up so-called evidence. I know it annoys you when I do that, right? And they were like, oh, is that right? And you can hear a guy's, I don't know who those people are. I have no idea who those people are. I'm going to say a couple of things, okay? And I actually watched that video and I just kept quiet. I was like, whatever. First and foremost, if you're Equisearch, so which means you have some training and you're doing it, could be a non-profit. You understand, or let me ask you this question, do you understand the protocol of picking up evidence? First question. Second question, do you understand, do you know that you are not allowed to go into a particular search area if police has taped it off? First thing. Second thing, if police has not taped it off, then clearly you can have access to it. But if police has done their due diligence, why hadn't they already done that? Search that area that you were searching on and posted this video about. So if police have already searched that area and they've already done what they need to do, if the evidence that you found was genuinely evidence, you think police would not have picked it up. So then it leads me to question you and say, after the police came and searched that area and they went, then somebody came and planted the evidence. Did that happen? Can you tell me that happened? If yes, show me evidence, proof. Third, if you are Equisearch and you have training and you have all the necessary skills to go and do it, common sense says gloves, clearly marked plastic bags, numbers, somebody's maintaining records, visual proof, put a cone there that says A1, the bag says A1, somebody is also taking notes, saying A1, this is the item, bag number XYZ. No, I didn't see any of that happen in that video. And after you collected all this evidence, did you go and give it to the police? If you did, show us proof. And here you are having conversations amongst yourselves. Oh, that looks like a piece of blood. That looks like blood. Oh, it could be a fox blood. It could be a bird blood. It could be a gnat's blood. I mean, I'm just being sarcastic at this point, but it's like, who are you? What are you trying to do? Like, what are you trying to show us? And if you are Equisearch, then I would assume as Equisearch, you know how to do a better job than that. Like, what in the world? Like, what's going on, y'all? Like, what's going on? So I didn't buy into that. I don't buy into that video, and I didn't leave any comments. I just clicked out of it. I didn't even respond to that email. I just left it at that. But I'm telling you now what my opinion is. I'm not buying into that video, because seriously, think about it. If the police haven't already looked in that area and you are going and looking into that area, you have to first cordon it off. First and foremost, whose land is it? Do you have permission to get on that land? Is it private property? Is it public property? If it is private property, do you have permission from the owners to get on the land and do a so-called search? Secondly, you found all these so-called evidences. Did you follow the protocol? Bagging, tagging, marking, photography, paper notes, everything. Who are the people who are doing all that? Are all those people vetted? Were they all wearing gloves? Were they all wearing, boots and biohazardous, whatever, you wear that so that the evidence is not contaminated? I didn't see any of that. It looked like a bunch of people were going hiking and they were picking up trash from the sides and they say, oh, this is evidence for this and that is evidence for that. So leave it. I'm not going to say anything more than that. Because Dawn is a Scorpio, okay? Oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't Equisearch. Okay, excuse me, if it was Equisearch and I used that word, then I stand corrected. I apologize. Somebody is saying it was not Equisearch, then who was it? So again, if anybody from Equisearch watched this little rant and you get mad at me, then it's my mistake, because somebody is correcting me now and saying it wasn't Equisearch. So I apologize to Equisearch, whoever it is who did that search. I don't know. Kathleen, it wasn't Equisearch. So who was it, Kathleen? Can you tell me? Just so you know, I saw that, and that was not Equisearch. Okay, Texas Patriot. Okay, those were individual groups supposedly upset because of law enforcement. Okay, so let me make this public apology. Equisearch, if you're watching this clip, I sincerely apologize that I used your name. I don't know why I used it. I don't have anything against you, but I just, for some weird reason, just assumed it was Equisearch, and that's my bad and that's my mistake. I stand corrected. I apologize, because my viewers here are telling me that isn't Equisearch. So okay, stand corrected. All right, thank you. Moving on. Please, I hope you accept my apology. Secondly, those are individual groups supposedly upset because law enforcement has not done anything. But even if you're an individual group, I mean, in this day and age, I think you'd have common sense enough to go about it the right way, right? So, Karen Amditis, Mrs. Holy Roller Robin. Okay, I had to read that. Predator Hunter Nation. Yeah. Okay. Was that the person who? Wait. Going to start from the beginning. So, are you saying Predator Hunter Nation? That group is the one who was doing that search? Okay, I don't know. It was Predator Hunter Nation. Okay. I'm mad at Summer's parents. Okay. Funky is reporting it was Hunter Nation. Okay, so okay, we got the name right, and y'all saw me apologize. So again, Equisearch, I apologize for my mistake. That's on me. It isn't you guys. Apparently, it's somebody else. Predator Hunter is all about evil. I saw it was Predator Hunter Nation. Thank you, folks, for correcting me on that before I ended up making a fool of myself and upsetting the Equisearch. So you reap what you sow, you're right. Heck, I know that. That's why I apologize really quick. Oh my goodness. Oh, Dawn hired them? Really? It was a group sent by Ron of so-called private investigators. Scout Inquirer says, you are one classy and amazing lady. Bless you. Thank you so much, Scout. I'm just me. What can I say? I'm not everybody's cup of tea or coffee or beverage, that's for sure. Ooh, honey bunches of oats. Okay, y'all, listen. What did I say when I did that previous thing with regards to Robin? I said if the 8 of Swords pops up, that's... But anyhow, we were talking about that other guy. What's his name? The musician / something, whatever his name is. Dotson or something, right? Oh, not Dotson. I better get my names right now, because I'll be in big doo-doo if I just throw around names. Y'all know who Gold Star Mom, that is David Dotson. Okay, somebody asked if he is involved in it. Let me show you the cards. Okay. I gotta throw that again because that rolled off. 12, Aquarius and Leo. Okay, 12 Aquarius and Leo. Okay. Or is it the North Node? No? South Node? South Node. Okay. Let's leave this. Let's leave that for a second. Here, this is what I found. No. Shoot. Y'all, I'm telling you, where did it go? This is what I saw. Aquarius, okay? This one. This guy. And 12. Okay. So let's take it. So we have the what's his face's name? The Knight of Swords, right? And the Knight of Swords is all about fast talking, lifestyle changes. 10 of Swords, lot of Swords energy, 8 of Swords. So I'm saying that somebody is definitely feeling like the spotlight is on them, and they feel like they're kind of somehow tied into the situation. This Dotson fellow, I feel like he has been monitoring. Dotson is a bit of a control freak. Dotson is very, very good at subtly controlling. Dotson, I don't get a good feeling about him. Something about Dotson. This is graphic. heads up. My spirit guides are showing me his crotch area. I don't know why they show me some images. It's like, why do I need to see this doofus's crotch? I don't. But they're talking something about his crotch area and the way he wears his pants and the way he wears his belt, and the crotch area is very, very prominent. Or they're showing me that. And trust me, guys, I don't want to be seeing somebody's crotch area, but they're showing me that. And questioning his manhood. So, this Dodson fellow has watched, has observed. He does a lot of quiet, standing back. He thinks that he's very nice, quiet, sweet, older uncle, that kind of a persona, but he actually watches it from the outside. This is a very, very creepy dude, very creepy dude. He feels like he has been literally with the Ten of Swords, hit rock bottom, and he is at rock bottom. He is definitely in a situation, and the situation he's in is because of his phallus. I'm gonna say it, y'all. You remember, I don't filter anything. What does that mean? Okay, just a mom. Yes ma'am, I saw somebody corrected me that it was not Equisearch, and I apologize for that. So thank you for letting me know, all of you folks. So here you go. It is definitely regarding his phallus. And look at this, y'all. Okay. So number 14, right, is Temperance again. So there is definitely, okay, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care. I don't care whether this individual comes to me and swears up and down that he is not what I say he is, but he is bisexual, or he swings both ways. Remember, y'all, this is like no filtration here. He definitely has issues with regards to his masculinity. He's got issues with that part of the body, for sure. He tries to find balance with Temperance. He does not know. He vacillates between. I personally don't give a flip if somebody is gay or bisexual or whatever. It's none of my problem, none of my business. I mean, it's your life, you do you, boo. Right? You know me. That's not my thing. Unfortunately, this situation of his and him being who he is, bisexual, etc., he and his persona, he is, I wouldn't say out in the open, almost closeted. Not many people know about it. He carries a lot of shame for it. There is a vacillation between, in his mind, it's bad, it's good, it's bad, it's good. The church says no, and I say, yeah, I don't know how to deal with it, so he's not acknowledging it himself. There is one female in his family who's aware of it. I'm also going to throw it out there. Robin also knows this guy who has this issue. This guy is wanting to find the balance between, I want to be straight, I want to be gay, I'm not bisexual, I am bisexual. He's constantly struggling with it. With the 12, okay, as we all know, the 12th house is what? It's all about your inward reflection, the Saturnian stuff. It's inward reflection. It's like, you know, all about your inner self, your inner secrets, your inner longings, your inner, all that good stuff. And then what did we have? We have the Aquarius and the node, right? So with Aquarius, what is Aquarius? Aquarius is Saturn. No wonder, because I just said Saturn. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Uranus. It's all about, Saturn is constriction. Saturn is all about restricting things, and Uranus is sudden changes and shocks. So, and the 12th house, so he's like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do. And with the node over here, I wish I could look at this chart, because I wish I could look at this chart. Let me see this really quick, because this is. Give me 1 second, okay? Give me 1 second. I'm going to look this up because I have it in my software. Oh, come on, man, computer. Okay. Okay. See, but that's the thing. I wish I had this chart, because why do I have Aquarius in the South Node? South Node. Hang on, you guys. See, here's the thing. Okay, I'm going to go out and say I don't have this man's chart, because that would definitely shed a lot of light on why the south node is pointing up, or the nodes, south or north node, doesn't matter. There's usually a reason why they show up. It's definitely the conflict between I want to do this, I don't, it's right, it's wrong, it's right, it's wrong, and there is a great cover-up of his true persona. So he's very good at projecting a completely different image from what his true self is, because he knows if he shows his true self, he's going to be judged severely and judged appropriately. So I am going to say I would personally keep away from this guy. I'm not too happy with it. Aquarius pops up again, the moon pops up again in 5. Okay, let's take Aquarius back again. Aquarius is, as we know, ruled by Saturn and Uranus. So we already decided, we know what Saturn is all about. We know what Uranus is, sudden changes. We know about the moon. The moon is saying that, there's a lot hidden over there. Okay, okay, and we have number 5. So I'm going to say, there is a bigger role this fellow is playing in all this. Texas Patriot, your question is, did he sexually abuse Summer? I'm not going to go into that right now. Is he the father of Robin's child? I'm not going to go into that right now. I don't think this man is really capable of having progeny. I really don't. So, I haven't done a card for that, a reading for that, but the energy I'm getting is he's not really capable of having progeny. If he does, then good for him. So, Karen Green came up on a live reading the other day. Okay, I've grown suspicious of many channels. One day they are part of a debate. Yeah. Wait. His wife was divorcing him and she heard someone was missing. Dobbs changed his lock, sold his red truck, put his FP on private. If it was loaded with missing people and children, I'm telling you, there's something about this guy, y'all, because he is not who he is making himself out to be at all. He is not who he is making himself out to be. And history has shown us, right, time and time again. This is not something I'm putting out of my back pocket. We all know, you go look at any number of cases, they say it's almost like reverse psychology. A lot of these pedophiles, they put on this persona as, I really want to help children, I really want to do this, do that, and all that, and it's scary as heck. Now, I don't know how many of y'all, watch Joe Rogan or whatever, but Joe Rogan is somebody who, I watch his podcasts on and off. I'm not claiming to be famous by any way, shape, or form, and he'd probably say who, but way back when I had the pleasure of meeting him, and the energy I got from him is that he's a bit of a, I'm saying this as a compliment to him, okay? Joe Rogan, if you're watching this, please know that I mean no disrespect to you, but Joe Rogan is a guy who's an asshole. Pardon the language, I can only say it that way. And I'm not saying it that he's in a bad way, that he's one of those guys who's a sharpshooter, who's straight up. That's the energy I got from him when I met him very briefly. He probably won't even know. He'll be like, he's so famous, I'm nobody, I'm a little old me here. But way back when I was in SoCal, way back when. So he's somebody who doesn't give a flip. He's like, look, this is me, take it or leave it. If you don't, I don't care. He's like that. He really doesn't give a rip about what people think about him, because he says, I'm not here, or not he says, this the energy I get from him is that he's not here to appease anybody per se. He's here because he has a higher agenda. He's put on this world to do something good. And his podcast, he does a lot of controversial, he touches on a lot of controversial subjects, but you can always tell he's not biased. This is my understanding of him, okay? And so he just does what he does because he wants to be, transparent. I think this guy is good. That's the energy I've got from him. I was watching one of his recent, of course, some of the people who he interviews and all that, are kind of people who are, all walks of life in society, who have attained extraordinary success and gone through all of that. And some of them are the kind of people who are like, there was a thing about him smoking pot with Elon Musk on one of his shows. So he's the guy who's like, dude, this is me, man. If you don't like it, hike it type of thing. And a lot of people he interviews are also like that. They're just people who are like, this is just me. So I was watching a podcast or a little clip of him, and I don't really watch it a lot unless I know he's interviewing somebody specific who I like, I want to know. And what I do is, this is a funny thing, what I do is, before I even click on that video or whatever, I pull a mini spread. I just pull a mini spread. And then I watch the video and I'm like, dang! Or I'll be like, oh, dude, you're lying right there. Come on, But of course, I don't tell anybody, and I don't comment on those videos at all. I don't, because that's not my job. He was talking about 2 experiences he had as a child. One, he says he was 8 or 9 years old, and one, he says when he was 13 years old, how 2 confirmed pedophiles were trying to hook him. Okay? And he's like, by sheer luck or by the grace of God or something, I was able to get away from him. And it's scary as heck, y'all. It is scary as heck, because when he describes one of those people he described as being a teacher coming from the educational institute. And listen, before everybody runs off and get their knickers in a twist. I'm not saying that every teacher is a pedophile. Please, that is not what I'm saying. For the most part, I say a lot of teachers are straight up, and that is the most unappreciated career, because teachers in this day and age are the ones who are actually raising our kids, because a lot of parents are not that interactive. So please understand, I am not dissing teachers. I'm not saying every teacher out there is a pedophile. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying that this guy apparently subsequently found out that Joe Rogan found out that he was a teacher who came from the teaching community, and during the course of conversation, when he was trying to kind of pick up on Joe, he was making statements like, I had a job in some particular school district and I got kicked out because they didn't like the way I taught, or etc., etc. And subsequently Joe found out what was going on, and he was able to extricate himself from the situation. And Joe says, this idiot, after some time, he was able to find out where Joe lived and actually mailed a letter to him as well. So it's so scary, y'all, because we all think that a pedophile looks a certain way or has a certain physical attribute, or is tall or short or dark or light or short or long, that type of thing. No. They come in all shapes, sizes, forms, male, female, every ethnicity, every religion, everything. There's no set kind of a blueprint for them in terms of their physical attributes. So this guy, this fellow who I did this reading for, I get that impression from him. He is not what he is projecting himself to be. He is not. And here's the funny thing. Go back and look for your own education. How weird is it that a lot of these pedophiles end up being or choosing careers where they are going to have an abundance of the supply chain for their nefarious activities, if you know what I mean. Isn't that terrible? And let us at this point in time right here acknowledge the fact that pedophilia and pedophiles are not just men. There are a lot of women who are also pedophiles. Let's understand and acknowledge that, okay? All right, moving on. So, I thought Aquarius is summer. Yeah, she's Aquarius too. Another blonde girl is missing in Hawkins County. I don't know. Mary Amy, I think she has something to do with the pedo ring. That's a possibility, y'all. Why we the collective can't tune into energy here and now. Wait, Pame, why do we as clairvoyant intuitive medium have difficulties reaching Samara, baby girl? I don't understand why the collective can't tune into her energy here and now. Okay, this is a fantastic question, Pam, and I'm going to address it. I have said this time and time and again. Okay? Time and time and again. Somebody actually posted a comment in one of my other live streams. I think their question was, are you saying your guides cannot reach the deceased person's spirit or something to that effect? And I almost commented and I almost said, like, it's not like putting on the light switch and turning off. Here, not every spirit wants to communicate with us, okay? And even if they want to communicate with us, we may not at that moment in time be receptive. There are always obstacles in the physical realm, in the spiritual realm. There could be other energies in force that are much stronger. There are times, numerous times, I've seen when a spirit wants to communicate and I can sense another energy that's blocking communication. Clairvoyants and mediums, you can attest to this. It happens quite often. There's a darker energy that's blocking. For example, I've done done a walkthrough of what is that called? An institution for mentally not alright kids, and there was a lot of stuff that happened that was not right, and there were kids who were wanting to communicate with us who passed in that particular facility, but there was this very, very strong, very, very powerful, very, very dark energy that we could feel, and it wasn't just me, there were two other mediums there, that every time these kids came forward to talk, as long as the conversation was like very, my name is this, that type of a basic conversation, this energy was fine. But the moment we started pushing and actually asking for a little bit more information, we could literally physically, and I'm getting more stressed, literally physically feel this energy getting stronger and coming towards us almost in a very aggressive manner. So with the intention of trying to scare us away to not be able to ask these questions, and then all of a sudden these energies would slip and they would go away. Then we had to sit and wait. It went on for a couple of days. Finally we gave up. We said we are not going to do it. And then we went back 6 months later and we were able to communicate, and yes, it was understood what really happened. We know who that dark energy is. That was the abuser. It was actually one of the doctors in the facility who was abusing the kids, and yes, we took it up to law enforcement. This happened 50 years ago, and they're not going to reopen the case because it's not going to help anything. But we did our stuff. So there are times when energies actually block communication. Another thing I want to say is, listen, let us first understand whether it's as a collective we try to access that energy, or whether as individuals we try to access that energy. Obstacles are obstacles. Secondly, it's not like, the moment you pick up the phone and dial a number, someone's going to be say, hey Kirtana, what's up girlfriend? Forget it, that doesn't happen. It really doesn't. And like I said, I hope, Pam, I'm answering your question. I may be a little sarcastic when I say this, but my intention is not to be bitch. I'm just saying it the way I'm saying it, okay? There are times when I do readings for people who say, I want to know about my loved one who is deceased or whatever, I always tell them, look, sometimes, let's say for example, both your parents have passed, right? You may be wanting to communicate with your mom, but more than your dad, but your mom may not want to come through. Your mom may not want to come through. Your dad may be the one who's like really pushing the door and saying, I have things to say, I want to say, let me, it may not be either of them. It may be a grand aunt or a grand uncle or a cousin twice over who steps forward and they want to communicate. We cannot control that. We cannot say, oh, excuse me, you are the second cousin, I cannot talk to you because Jane Doe only wants to talk to her mom, or she only wants to talk to her dad. We can't do that. And that is so wrong. If any psychic actually says that for people who are wanting these readings or these consultations, get up and walk away, because that's bull crap. Okay, but Pam, sometimes the timing is not right. Remember, the universe has its own timepiece. The universe has its own calendar. We, as mere mortals, we may say, I want it here and now. Yes, I understand in the modern day it's all about instant gratification. I want what I want when I want it. Sometimes we are just not meant to have that information, and trust in the fact that it is for the higher good of everybody involved. So that would be I'm not even going to say my advice, Pam, that's my understanding and my observation. We are just not meant to hear that or have that information. Texas Patriot, actually, one time she asked, or she sent me an email saying that I noticed that some questions you just don't answer, or you don't want to answer, what is the reason, or something to that effect. And I'm going to answer that right now. It's very simply this: there are times when some questions just shouldn't be asked, or my guides are just ignoring it altogether. So I'm not going to say, hey, I need that answer right now, tell me right now. I can't say that, and I won't say that. And secondly, sometimes when we go really randomly off subject, then I'm like, actually, I'm not saying this to make anybody feel bad. The whole cryptocurrency thing, I really didn't want to answer any other questions. I just wanted to focus on cryptocurrency. So that's why I was pushing the Kelly's, like doing that little mini spread for Kylie. But finally I said she's clearly in stress. let's do something to kind of ease her worries a little bit. Because you know me as is, even though there are no rabbits or squirrels, I'm always squirrel, rabbit, right? So I try to focus on that for my own sanity. So Pam, just let it be. There are some things that will happen when it's supposed to happen, the way the universe sees fit. I always go by that. So this is again my observation. I hope I was able to answer your question, or at least shed some light as far as that is concerned. Okay, so don't forget to show some love. Thank you, Mary. He did say in an interview he got a call from Candace the day Summer went missing. This David made sure to say in his interview, I don't know where Summer is. Wait. I skipped it. Wait. Ah, dang it. I scrolled up too fast. JD bought land from a woman. Wait. Where did that go, y'all? $15 to 18 people arrested in child trafficking in Tennessee. One thing I will say, I forgot, I don't know, I just missed that altogether. Shoot. Did I just? Okay, there we go. Thank you, Jennifer. Okay. This David made sure to say in his interview, I don't know where someone is, I've never been there. Bullcrap, don't buy that. Slot of teachers are narcissists, but there are lots of amazing kind-hearted devout teachers. Absolutely. What does everyone think of what happened to someone? I think we've already gone through that. Paige Moore, she called into Kraken cases, problems at home, she said. I don't know what that means. I think someone was taken by someone. Yeah, I said that in one of my videos, my very first video. I said it's not a stranger, and they didn't come and snatch her and go per se. Like I said, she walked out, with a little toy or whatever, a blankie or whatever, like, little carefree little child, and she saw somebody pull up, and she knows that person, she's met that person, she's familiar with that person, and opened the door and they said, come on, let's go for a ride or whatever. She said, okay. And the moment she got in the vehicle, she was all fine, but soon, within a couple of minutes, she realized that something was wrong, and she shouldn't have got into the vehicle. That child realized. Unfortunately, she couldn't get out. Sexual predators do not look like monsters. You're right. Okay. That's why. So there was this whole talk about, that mortician, he's a mortician and he went and cremated her body or whatever. So think about the practical, from a practical perspective. Am I going bald here? Probably am. Oh, wonderful. I learned something new about myself. Anywho, so what was I going to say? If he's a mortician and if he really did cremate someone's body, what kind of a crematory is it that no smoke comes out? Secondly, does he own the crematory? Because there is a protocol, right? There is a log. They have to keep records of when, where, what, how, this, that, and the other, right? So I would assume that it's not that easy to, even if you're an owner of a crematory, to just blindly take somebody, go and incinerate them, right? Because they're all computerized these days, right? I'm sure there'll be records of when it was turned on, when it reached a temperature, what the body mass was, and according to that the temperature is adjusted, and all that happens. It's all computerized, so I'm sure there will be a log somewhere. Remember, there's always a paper trail or there's always an electronic trail. So I don't know if I would buy into that story or that thought process. However, if he really is a mortician and if he really did cremate her, which I don't think so, he would have done it out there in the open. Okay, and now, one more thing I'm saying, if you go out there and you build a little wooden thingamajiggy and you put, like how they used to do in the good old days, and you put the body there and you light fire to it, the body doesn't burn to ashes in a couple of hours. It takes a while. Even if you're a child, and depending on your body weight, it doesn't happen in 1 or 2 hours. So it has to be a very well protected area, right? And secondly, even if it's a very well protected area in terms of, hidden, the smoke is going to rise to the top. And think about a body being cremated and how much firewood you would need and how much smoke that would cause. Somewhere somebody would have seen, where is that fire coming from? Even though the trees may have hidden it, the fire, they'd be like, oh my God, there must be a forest fire or a brush fire. Somebody would have called in somewhere and said, hey, I'm seeing this thick smoke coming up from here, or call the police department or the fire department or something. somebody would have rung a bell or raised a red flag. I don't see or hear any of that happening, so I'm not so quick to buy into that. But hey, who am I to say anything, right? So I think there's a network of predators over there, and there's definitely that predatory stuff going on. Used to be a big city EMT pilot emergency. Okay, I did not know that, and it is now a country mortician. 3 hearts of elevated relation. Yeah, she's gone. I'm curious why that is also. You would think that collectively, okay, we did that. JD, okay, I had this question, I can't find. Summer, JD bought land from a woman with last name Cox and another woman 2.28 acres. Don't know what that is. Rory Millimeter, the very first day it was on the news and she was already gone. He was mad because the creek wasn't included. I don't think that girl is alive. She disappeared during solstice. A lot of people, pets go missing and are killed during that time. Scott Inquirer says BRB, I love it. Okay, we're going to wait for you. Everyone with a spirit box or a psychic or something psychic abilities contacting that poor baby girl. Must be 500 videos. Of course, there are going to be 100 people who want to cash in on this, right? And who am I to judge anybody? Jennifer, yes, it was 100% for me. The question, she's gone. He camped at the creek across the wells. That is also why the dog trail crosses the neighbor's land. True about the spirit box. A lot think she was sold. It all seems to be nothing but lies. Who knows? I totally wondered about that. My daughter got a headache the moment I told her there was a girl missing. She wanted to go for a walk by herself. That's all I told her, and she grabbed her head. Oh my God, how much did I miss? Lisa, a lot. It's 3 hearts for me. I have my theory. Share with us, girl. Mary, or boy. Mary Kenneth, she must be tired. I think, are you talking about me? I'm not tired, although I could use a cup of coffee. I think when you were reading Madeline McCann, not sure of spelling that darker energy. Yes. Chanel Perez. Yes, I remember that. What did she say about Madeline? We have got to go back and watch that video too. Wait. Spirit box had Summer saying sandwich medicine more than once. I think I had said they gave her something, right? I'm trying to read. See, another thing I'm going to address, and I'm going to leave it at this, right? I'm going to address this and we'll stop because I think I'm also getting a bit of a headache. I need, anyway. So people are talking about, dogs and this, that and the other, or bears and wolves and coyotes and all that. Look, they have so many dogs in the property, it's almost like crazy, right? It's like they have their own little canine breeding enterprise type of thing and feline breeding enterprise going on. If a wild animal, coyote, dog, whatever, considering how many dogs they have on the property, I'm not talking about puppies like grown-ass dogs, can you imagine the ruckus those dogs would have made? And if it is open farm country or that type of a land, sound carries even further, right? So somebody somewhere would have heard, right? These pack of dogs making such a big noise because a bear or something has come and picked up Summer. If a bear or something, a coyote or a wolf or something has picked up Summer, by God, there should be a little bit of fabric, a little bit of hair, a little bit of something here or there left behind, or bones. There's nothing, no bones, no fabrics. So you're going to tell me that the bear or the coyote sat and completely cleaned the plate? I don't buy that. How is that possible? Another thing about the cremation thing, even if people are saying, oh, he set up his own little crematory thingy out in the woods and do that, y'all, I don't know if y'all have watched it or seen it or exposed to it. I know because I have. When the skull pops, it makes a noise. It almost sounds like a pistol or a gunfire, like a shot. And again, if you are in a place where sound carries, people would have heard it. So, there's so many factors to this. There's so many factors. And you know what? I was thinking the other day, why is Summer's case so out in the limelight beyond most other kids who have disappeared in that age group or whatever. Maybe her karma, her responsibilities, her karmic dues that she's paying is by her death. She's bringing so much of all this stuff into the limelight that people's awareness is so heightened, and certain groups and rings that do all of this stuff are going to get caught in the dragnet, and then they're going to get put behind bars or whatever. Maybe that's the purpose of her life. Who knows, right? So, okay, I'm so, what, Penny, what's wrong? What are you sorry about? I don't know. Somebody sent me an email the other day, and they sent me a picture of what they asked if this is what it looks like where she's at. I didn't respond to the email because in my first or second video I did for summer, I actually sketched it out. I remember I was back home in Texas, I sketched it out and I said this is what it looks like, and I also had like a little boxy thingy that I have to keep my little trinkets. I said something like that. If you go back and watch, I've already drawn it, so I'm not going to go back and answer that question all over again. What don't make sense? Why sell her and say she was abducted to get the buyer in trouble? Well, you know, that's true too. Why would you sell it and say they're not going to get the buyer in trouble, because these two will get bumped off if the buyer comes to know, if it is a buyer type of situation. No, they were gone down the dog trail, lured by food away from the scene during removal time, summer. That is why I question where the dog. Okay. Summer is everyone's child. Yes, Candace was jealous of someone, in my opinion. I heard the spirit box also from several where Summer said sandwich medicine clear. Okay, spirit box sessions, y'all. I am not dissing anybody who does spirit box sessions. I am not dissing them. But unless and until I am there and I am physically there when the session is going on and I am somehow like involved in the sense that I'm right there, I'm not going to buy spirit box sessions. I have to be there to validate and say yes. That's just me. And secondly, the Ouija board thingamajiggy, that a lot of people say that oh, that's bad, it's this and that, and oh, this, that, and the other. All I say is Ouija board is just another divinatory tool. As long as you know how to protect yourself, how to open and close doors, you don't have to be afraid of Ouija board. The problem is people think it's a big game and let's just go in there and let's have some fun, and then they don't know what the heck they're doing. They open all kinds of doors they don't even know. And then the energies come through and they'll be like, oh yeah, okay, and then all of a sudden when it smacks them in the face, they'll be like, oh shoot, Ouija board is bad, is evil. Please, tarot cards are not evil, Ouija boards are not evil, divinatory tools and rods and pendulums, none of that is evil. If you do not know how to open and close doors, if you don't know what the heck you're doing, then yes, you will let in negative energy, and that's what gets into big doo-doo. But for me, per se, I would put more stock in a Ouija board than I would in spirit box sessions. Like I said, because Ouija board, I don't know, just me. And again, with spirit box sessions, I'm not saying it's not right. I'm not saying that's bah humbug. It's not bah humbug. It's a very good divinatory tool. But I have to be there to say yes, I believe what this is saying. So again, please take that's just my way. So I'm just saying that. Y'all, if you don't mind, I can't believe you guys are stuck on with me. How long has this reading been for? Good Lord. 4 hours now? Look, you know a lot of channels like Robin and are sticking up for her. Well, that's on them, that's on me. Everybody is entitled to their opinions, right? So, me too, both of these ladies are the real deal. Donna is amazing. I don't know who this Donna is, but oh, wait. Kelly Smith says, I watch you and Reverend Don. Yeah, somebody sent me an email about a Reverend Donna's. I didn't go look at it as yet. To me, yuck, the skull pops, it does. Thank you, Laurie. Okay. Will everyone involved be implicated, arrested, and convicted? At least the major players. Whoever is responsible will definitely be. Definitely. Okay. one person is going to get away with it. One person is going to get away with it because of lack of evidence. There, I said it. I don't know who that person is yet. That's just what I heard. When you asked that question, and as I was reading it, and as I was saying yes, my one person is going to get away with it because of lack of evidence, or maybe because they got immunity. So it's always a trade-off. There's always a trade-off. Wait. River Birch fam, our reading of the cards said exactly what you have said. That is why I am here with you. You are spot on and very good explainer. Thank you, honey. I appreciate you. Wait, your pic look like a treasure chest. Yes, you remember that? You remember that, Brenda? Okay, you remember. Treasure chest on stills. Been 11 years. I don't know what you're talking about, Rihanna, but I will go back and look. So what I meant by that is it's not really a treasure chest where she's at. It's that rough kind of a slatty, boxy kind of a thing. That's how I see it, and it's so it's not really stills. So think about this: when we get all this big heavy stuff from the trucks, when they offload, you have those pallets, right? And there's a little wooden stand-up thingamajiggy type of thing, and then they put the boxes or pallets on top of that. It almost seems like that. It's not necessarily a stilt. I hope I'm explaining it. Donna knew what happened to Tylee Ryan and JJ Vallow months before their bodies were found in the same. Oh yeah, that's another case where the family members should have spoken up and they didn't. Go look at Reverend Don. Okay. Yeah. So one more thing I want to say is I haven't really looked at the videos, but maybe I will because everybody's talking about it. Please go watch Dawn sisters talk about the sexual behavior for Dawn girls on the interview room. I seen the video. I hope she's no, okay. So I'm going to stop with that. So what I was going to say is, oh my God. You know that little child, that 13-year-old cheerleader girl who was murdered by that juvenile, that 15, 16-year-old fellow, I forget what his name is. I want to do a reading for them because I think that's another crazy, oh my God, that kid is so evil, that kid is so evil. That kid should never be let out of prison because he's going to go out and do that again. Y'all, I am really, I'm kind of reaching my saturation point. I hope you can understand. Karma never lets evil get away with it, even if it's, yeah, one way or the other, you have to pay your dues, man. I mean, so one way or the other, we have to pay our dues, right? So y'all, I'm going to say thank you so much for joining me, for all of y'all for listening to this voice for so long. Hats off to you guys. My energy level is going down, so I need to kind of log out now. And I thank every one of you for your contributions, for your patience, for your comments, for your, hanging in there. And thank you for suggesting I log out of that live stream and start another one. Kind of makes more sense, right? So I appreciate all of y'all. Once this is done, I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at the chat. Oh, I found out some other thing about YouTube, me and my knowledge about technology, that the chat replay doesn't pop up right after. So I finished the live stream, I ended, right? I can see all the chats, right? But when I go and replay the video, the chats don't automatically pop up and show me. Apparently it takes a few hours or even up to a day. Finally I figured that out. And even the YouTube people also couldn't help me with that. Anyway, so I'm going to go back and look at the chats once I'm able to access it on replaying the video, and then I'll try to get to all of y'all. But if anybody is wanting a personal reading, please send me an email. I will of course have the email address over there too. So remember this, the next live stream is going to be on Friday. Friday, what is the date on Friday? It's going to be the 10th, right? The 10th of September. 7 p.m. or 1900 hours Central Standard Time, and the subject for that is going to be religion. Please know I'm not going to do that. The live stream is not to diss any religion. It's just about the concept. Was that the orb I just saw that went like this or this way or went like that or like that? Can somebody tell me, did I see it? Because I saw it over there in the screen. Oh, that's funny. Oh wow. I'm going to have to replay it. Yes, Kirtana. Brenda, it is Kirtana. Keertana. Okay. So thank you everybody for your thumbs up, and please spread the word around of my channel. The more people watch, the more, the goal is that somebody somewhere, connect some dots, and then hopefully that will lead to a resolution of a case, right? So that's the whole premise. And honestly, y'all, all the those thingies, those commercials and all that, there's no money generated from that. Apparently you have to be in the 100,000 views and all that. So I was looking into all that. I was like, why, like, what does it mean, how much do they pay you and all? It's like, I don't even know. I'm seriously considering actually stopping all that, because why? It just annoys everybody. So I'm going to consider that. So next Friday when I do that live stream, I'm going to leave it to you folks. You pick a lucky winner. Okay, I am not going to pick. All of those who are going to be present there, y'all come to a consensus and y'all pick one person and you say that person is the lucky winner for a reading. I will do a 45-minute personal reading for them, but here's the condition. I will do the reading for them off camera, okay, but I will record it off camera, as in after the live stream or whenever we set up a appointment. I'll do it then. I'm going to record it. Of course, it's going to be via WhatsApp, so you can ask me questions. But please know, once I record that, I'm going to post it back on my channel. So if Jane Doe ends up being the lucky winner and you do not want this reading to be posted back on my channel, then please make it known so we can pick somebody else. Because I'm giving you this option simply because when I do readings, I don't filter. Y'all know, and those of you who have had personal readings with me, y'all know I don't hold back. I just say it like I see it. So if y'all are afraid that, oh, I don't want some personal stuff out there floating around, then don't even opt for this. Then kindly decline gracefully and let us pick somebody else. So that is the disclaimer and that is the condition. Know that. Alright, much love to all of you all. Thank you so very much for watching, your patience, for your comments, for your contributions. Let's get the word around. Let's make it a point to kind of spread the word so that at least, some of these cases are resolved. That's the premise, right? Okay, y'all, I'm going to log out. Over and out, everybody. Okay, much love to y'all. Take care. Bye. Blessed be to all of y'all. All right. All right, y'all. Bye. I'm going to end that. Right. Okay, let's go here.